Hello there. This is Leadership Talk with Adegoke. This is episode 100. Episode 100. Yes, the milestone. So great to be here. My name is, as usual, Adegoke Motola, the host of this podcast, Leadership Talk with Adegoke. It's such a privilege to be here once again. And we're looking at leadership and empowerment. Leadership and empowerment. This is um, the 100 podcast. Yes, 100 podcast of this session. We've been having different podcasts on leadership from different perspectives, but this is a milestone for us, and it's so good to be here. I'm just going to be sharing real quick on leadership and empowerment. What is empowerment? Empowerment basically is to give authority to. As leaders, we must not shy away from empowering others. When we empower others, is also a reflection of our ability to reproduce ourselves and to create that momentum and the energy required to continue to show up. Because it's not all the time that, even as leaders, that we can be there. And so when we lead empower teams, it produces the kind of environment that enables others to look onto us for inspiration. But basically, I just want to share a few things. That how can a leader empower the team? Number one is through communication, effective communication. Your people should not assume things. You should communicate with them, have short meetings regularly, and be able to communicate the vision in such a manner that there's clarity. The communication should be clear, and it should be regular and such uh, a manner that would, as I said, would encourage and inspire others in your space. So we must also ensure that the communication is also that which is incorporates effective listening. Most times, as we move, up the ladder, the ladder in our leadership journey, we find that you might become impatient. So it's important to also create platforms through which you can listen to your people, promote feedback, and through those channels, you can become a better leader. Because if you don't listen to your people, you can end up losing them along the way. So very, very important that we have to incorporate that. I mean, all over the world right now, there's been a shift, and so leaders are finding out that the old ways is no longer working. Leaders have to be agile. They have to understand the environment. They have to also adapt as they go along. So listening is very important in communication. So members also feel safe. When they're around a leader that is listening, they feel safe to express their views. Sometimes those views might be contrary views, but it's also important to give that environment uh, to allow your people to speak. Because if you don't do that and so you suppress them, you can end up losing those leaders. Now, the second thing that I also want us to look at, in leading and empower teams, apart from communication, which we've also highlighted, listening and feedback, is also giving uh, members, your team members, the autonomy, and when we say autonomy, in terms of also ability to take certain decisions. I know everything rises and falls on leadership, but empowered leaders are not, they're not in any way shy when it comes to uh, giving members the freedom to take decisions. Certain decisions have to be escalated to you as a leader, but you still need to, provide that support or that environment where your people can take decisions and take ownership of their work, and because that makes the environment robust. That makes the environment very, very seamless. Because if all the time they have to wait for you to take certain decisions, it could end up being a sabotage environment. So for your people, if you encourage them to take decisions, certain decisions, at a particular level, what also happens is that there's a sense of pride and accomplishment by your team. Um, depending on whether it's managers or even at the lower level. Um, so they come to work with a lot of enthusiasm. So it's very important, and that would also encourage them to also contribute their own ideas. If they know the ideas, when they share ideas, it's not going to be implemented. They become reluctant. So, number one, as I said, leading empowered teams, leadership and empowerment. There must be communication, uh, which also must incorporate listening and also getting feedback. And and the second thing is that there should also be autonomy. Your people, you should give them that chance to also take decisions. No matter how small, which would inspire confidence in you as a leader. Then the third thing is that we can also, as leaders, we can create uh, an environment where a culture of trust, trust and support. Um, when you create that environment of trust, um, it builds morale, and it builds, the kind of, excuse me, the kind of energy that is required, and makes people feel comfortable. And your members, your followers are able to experiment without any form of fear, because they trust you and you've earned their trust, and it's very critical. And the fourth area, which I also believe that we need to look at, is, as leaders, when you empower your teams, show that you appreciate them. Show that you appreciate them. Recognition and reward, very important. Because if you assume that, because they get paid and that's the end of it, no. Just, even a plaque can make a difference. A golden handshake, sometimes, and all these things, they all add together in showing that the environment is um, is an enabling environment. Then finally, as leaders, what I also believe that we can do to make sure that empowerment is, it's a game changer, is that, we have to show that we care. Um, John C. Maxwell will say that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. A leader that communicates, that gives autonomy, that also ensures that, you know the people are recognized, um, and also shows that it trusts the people, and it creates an environment where there is trust, but also show care. Care is very important from time to time. This has been another session, the milestone, leadership talk with Adegoke, episode 100, episode 100, and it's been a privilege on this journey, showing up again and again, adding value to you, and and your and your team. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to circle back to me on my LinkedIn page, Adegoke Omotola, and also on Instagram, Adegoke Omotola one numeric. Yeah, on Instagram as well. And please feel free to buy our courses on udemy.com, world class customer service, fundamentals of business etiquette and professional selling skills. They're available on Udemy, and also our course, the book, Customer Retention and Experiential Approach, is available on Amazon, and Selling in Crisis. So this is Leadership Talk with Adegoke, episode 100. It's great to serve you again and again, and I wish you a very wonderful day. Thanks for staying tuned, and I wish you a great day. Thanks.